So I weighed myself this morning for the first time in about three and a half years, and fucking hell, I am heavy. Yeah, I just wanted to make a video basically because I saw a comment on Facebook about a girl that had done exactly the same thing this morning. She'd, gone vegan, and she hadn't weighed herself until this morning. So I thought it was a bit of a coincidence. I thought I'd make a video about it. So she said that she weighed like a certain amount of kilograms and it was 10 more than she'd ever weighed, and she was really upset about it. She was really, really cut up about it. She said that it was making her want to binge out, or making her want to smoke, self-harm, and I just felt like I used to feel really bad if I weighed myself and it wasn't kind of the figure on the scale that I wanted. So I just thought I'd want to kind of talk to her and other people that may be feeling shit about it. And it just thought it was strange that I'd weighed myself this morning as well. And initially, I think it was about 80 kilos or something, which is absolutely the heaviest that I've probably ever been. So on my other video, when I said that, the weight that I was, obviously I was more than that and I have lost some. So yeah, so I'm about 80 kilos. Anyway, but that doesn't matter. So I just want to kind of get the point across that weight on the scales doesn't really mean anything. Obviously it does if you're bulimic and anorexic, and that's kind of the mentality that you're in, that you just want to be a certain figure, a certain number on the scales. And initially when I first got on the scales this morning, I don't even know what made me do it. I just thought, I'll just see, just kind of to progress it. I just felt like strong enough, and that it wouldn't affect me and it wouldn't kind of send me back into like wanting to throw up my food and restrict my calories. So yeah, initially I just thought, fuck, like fucking hell. But then rather than me thinking, right, I want to, I need to restrict my calories, I just thought, well, what can you do about it? That's what you weigh. That's what you weigh. It doesn't change me from yesterday. It doesn't change me from maybe a week ago. So yeah, don't see the scales, the number on the scales, as something that you should define yourself by. Because for so long, and if you have an eating disorder, that is what you define yourself by. And the scales only tell you how much you weigh. They don't measure any other aspect of your life. They don't measure, who you are as a person. It doesn't measure your kindness, your compassion, your humour, like your sense of humour. It doesn't measure that. It doesn't measure anything about you other than the weight of your skin and your bones and your organs, and that's all it weighs. And the fat, and so what? This is probably that amount is going to be the heaviest that you might weigh. I mean, you might even gain a bit more, but who cares? If you're eating healthier and you have a healthier lifestyle, then who cares what's on the scales? And if it does affect you so much, then don't get on them. Just don't get on them, because I used to get on the scales 2-3 times a day. Literally, I used to get on the scales, but as soon as I woke up, I'd go for a run, I'd get back, I'd weigh myself and be like, oh, I've lost 2-3 pounds, woo. And it's just water weight. It's not fat that I was losing. And just letting you know, on that run, I would not drink a drop because I want to weigh myself when I got back. And I knew that water weight counted. So I was like, no, I've got to wait before I have a drink, before I go on the scales. And that is not healthy. I weighed less, but it's not healthy. It's not. So, yeah, like I was saying, if weighing yourself has a negative effect on you, then just don't weigh yourself. Get rid of them. Please get rid of them, because you just send yourself crazy. You just send yourself crazy into weighing a certain amount. I even got to the point where I wanted to weigh the same as when I woke up in the morning. Like, how fucked up is that? I would get up, weigh myself. At the end of the day, if I wasn't around the same amount, if I'd maybe put on 3 or 4 pounds or whatever, which is natural, you can do that just from one meal, I'd make myself throw up. And like sometimes if I'd had a big meal, I'd get on the scales after and be like, right, well, that's how much extra I've, eaten. So that's what I've got to throw up. And I wouldn't stop throwing up until I'd got to that certain amount on the scale. So the scales are just a demon. They're a demon for some people if you have a history of eating disorders, or if you have an eating disorder at the minute. So just screw the scales off. Like, who really cares? I know you care, but don't care. Change your outlook on the scales. They do not define who you are. Please don't feel like because you weigh X amount that you're not worthy of having an enjoyable, fun, happy life, because you are. And yeah, if you know you're doing the healthiest thing you can for your body, then don't worry about weight gain. I've really stopped worrying about it. I don't even know what made me get on the scales. I just thought I wanted to kind of document it and just be like, well, what am I weighing now? And just to kind of let you guys know, you guys, I hate that word guys, it's so kind of cheesy. Yeah, but just and almost just for me to know of my kind of journey of weight and peaks of weight, and because I am going to lose weight, I will lose weight, and it's almost like a bit of a determination part of me to think, well, that's what I weigh. Not in the bulimic way, you know, I have to lose weight, but almost just like, well, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm eating the best foods. I've just been and bought a load of, you know, amazing fruits. I have actually been kind of a bit shit on the fruits recently. I've been having bananas and dates, but I've not really been making the effort to get the variety. And people say, oh, it's so difficult to get fruit. It's really not. You can get, you know, fairly good fruit from supermarkets and greengrocers and little shops like that. So it's just kind of making the effort and the preparation to get them and get them ripe and organic. But I have to say, Tesco's, they're getting some organic stuff in. They've got quite a fair bit. I've got organic grapes, apples, spinach, lettuce. What else was organic? Lemons, bananas. What else was organic? No organic blueberries though. But the blueberries are quite nice, so they're quite good. But anyway, this video is getting very, very long. So yeah, I just want to let you know, fuck the scales off. Don't care, you know, what's on them. You're worth more than just the number on the scales. So yeah, I think that's it for today. So I will see you later, guys. See you later. Bye.